down off the cliff already. No, I'm not going to overreact to one loss. I think there was a little bit of a letdown after the big win against the Clippers, which was huge for the Lakers. It also locked up the #1 seed for them. I think with LeBron, the question at 35 years old, for me at least, was would he come back rested or rusty? Because a lot of times at that age, you know, it may take you a little while to get going again after you've had a long layoff. And I think the answer is both. He's rested and he's rusty. So, but I have no doubt that by the time the games are important, certainly by the second round of the playoffs and probably the first round, he'll be back to midseason form. Anthony Davis, 14 points. That's an aberration. I know they double teamed him all night. He made the passes out of the double teams. But most nights, he's not, you don't have to worry about him having a subpar game like that. The main concern for me, though, with the Lakers is their perimeter defense or their lack thereof. Without Avery Bradley, and at least for now, without Rajon Rondo, they can't guard on the perimeter. You know, I mean, look at Dion Waiters, Alex Caruso, J.R. Smith. Which one of those guys is locking somebody down? Which one do you trust? Caruso's okay, but he's only going to play so many minutes. Obviously, you got Danny Green and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who would seem to be your best defenders, but they're shooting horribly right now. Danny Green's 2 for 13, and KCP is 4 for 15 in the bubble. So they're not, you got to get them off the floor because they're not making shots. So the Lakers, their perimeter defense is poor. We saw at times you saw Kyle Kuzma trying to guard Kyle Lowry. That's why Lowry went for 33 points. In these 2 games in the bubble, the Lakers have given up an average of 15 three-pointers a game. No team in the NBA has averaged 14 points allowed, 14 three-pointers allowed in the regular season, let alone 15. So that's the main concern for me, the perimeter defense. When you look at the Raptors, now they're a hard-nosed team. They play incredibly hard. They're well-coached. But they have struggled against the elite teams in the league. Against Houston, Milwaukee, the Clippers, and the Celtics, the Raptors are 1-7. Against the Lakers, they're 2-0 because those three of those teams particularly have good perimeter defense. And Houston at times, when they want to, can defend. Whereas the Lakers don't have the perimeter D, and I think that's why they've struggled with the Raptors. So that's my only concern with the Lakers. I think they can overcome it, but it's not good right now.
Well, that's what I told Skip. I think the thing is that right now they can't knock down shots. Now, eventually, I see everybody else making threes. I mean, the Clippers couldn't miss from the 3 in the first half. The Celtics were knocking down 3. We know that dynamic duo backcourt of Portland can hit the three-point shot. We see Houston, yeah, they took 61, but they made 21 of them. And at some point in time, the shots that they're missing, because they're shooting 11% lower from the field, and they're shooting 8% lower from the three-point line. So I believe that once they get back to those levels, I'm not saying that the Lakers are the Golden State Warriors that shooting threes in that when they had that great stretch, but they're better than what they've shown in this bubble. And my biggest concern with the Lakers have always been guard the three-point line. They give up far too many easy, uncontested threes. And a lot of that, Chris, is to your point, is that it's so hard for them to stay in front of people. And so when someone comes to help, the guy just kicks it to the three-point line, and the guy's getting a wide-open three. They let Kyle Lowry, once Kyle Lowry got going, he's a little bulldog. So once he got going, he's like, I'm going to take whatever I want from moving forward. And they had no answer for him. Danny Green became unplayable because, like you said, yeah, he can give you some defense, but if he can't knock down wide-open threes, he's of no use to you. And so the 3 starters, JaVale, Caldwell-Pope, and Danny Green, had 8 points. 8 points. That's not good enough. But I ain't worried about it. We're going to take it out on Utah tonight. Me and Skip got a bet. We got a case.
We
got
do?
got a case to do on it right now.
I thought you said no.
I want it.
You want it?
Want it.
What is it, 6.5?
6.5.
6.5. I got it. I got Utah with 6.5.
Got it.
Thank you. Done. I already won 1 case.
You about to lose it back.
Yeah, good. Here we go. So is it my turn now?
It's your turn.
I am having a grand old time sitting back here listening to both of you make excuses and trying to rationalize what really happened on Saturday evening versus Toronto. Chris Broussard, we're both from newspaper backgrounds. You effectively buried the lead of what really happened on Saturday night. Let's go to the lead. The lead is that LeBron James came bursting out of the gate in the fourth quarter because he owns the first 2 minutes of every fourth quarter. And he made 2 big threes, first 2 of the night. And I thought, well, maybe they're off to the races here. They jump up 76-72 with 10 minutes and 23 seconds left. You're up 4. You got the best player on the planet and another top 5 player. And what happens the rest of the way? You get outscored 35-16. You get outscored by 19 points over the last 10 and a half minutes of this game. Your best player on the planet, LeBron James, goes 1 for 5, 0 for 2 from 3. And the other guy, called AD, it must now stand in fourth quarters for all done. AD stands for all done in the fourth quarter because he just disappears. In 4 fourth quarters against the Clippers and now 1 against the Raptors, he just shrinks and disappears. I don't know what happens to him. In 4 fourth quarters against the Clippers, he scored a grand total of 10 points. In those 4 fourth quarters, plus the one on Saturday against the Raptors, he has a grand total of 2 free throws attempted. Of course, he made both of them because he is a free throw making machine. In the bubble, he's made 25 of 26 free throws. On Saturday, he shot 0 in the fourth quarter because he goes, we talk about LeBron being passive aggressive. I mean, AD, all done, is just not aggressive in the fourth quarter. If he even sniffs of a double team, he's just giving up the basketball. He does not want to assert himself. He does not want to try to impose his will in the fourth quarter the way he always does in the third quarter. He is Mr. Third Quarter. So I am not going to give LeBron and AD a pass for a pathetic performance down the stretch against a team that does have some grit and some toughness. We get that. But they don't have Kawhi Leonard, and they haven't been great against good teams. And that deserved a lot more criticism than what it got, at least from across the table here on this show, because somebody says he's not concerned when I think deep down he's scared to death about what's going on.
Tonight, though.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, the question was, are we concerned? Admittedly, LeBron and AD did not play well.
Right.
But am I concerned about them going forward? Not really. Again, AD, you made good points. And you guys know I've been on this show all year saying AD is going to have to become a fourth quarter scorer. I put it in the context of to be